Most middle high net worth families are moving wealth the expensive way, and they don't even know it. This is not a planning outcome. This is a liquidity crisis disguised as an inheritance. So the ultra wealthy don't accept this trade-off. They engineer around it. Most middle high net worth families are moving wealth the expensive way, and they don't even know it. So the ultra wealthy, meaning the top 1%, aren't just investing differently, they're also transferring wealth differently. And so here's what I see constantly with business owners and family estates in the $5 to $15 million range. You've done the estate planning checklist, the revocable trust, pour over will, maybe a basic irrevocable trust to shield you from estate tax exposure. So you think the box is checked, but when we look at the numbers on what is actually required to settle out the estate, we call this financial efficiency, we're often looking at 35 to 40 cents on every dollar. And that's without an estate tax. With an estate tax, it could be much lower depending on the liquidity issues that explode at death. So this is not a planning outcome. This is a liquidity crisis disguised as an inheritance. And the deeper problem is really about the velocity of money. So if your capital is sitting in taxable brokerage accounts or real estate equity, or maybe equity in a business that's all tied up, illiquid, or a qualified account, those are typically dollars that are doing one job at a time, right? It's either growing or it's protected. Maybe you have two of those. It could be growing and protected if you're lucky. Is it also liquid? So rarely you're going to see all three of those simultaneously. So the ultra wealthy don't accept this trade-off. They engineer around it. And so we're always thinking about estate taxes and when the window to move wealth favorably is going to close. We're in a historic low tax environment right now, believe it or not. If you look at historic tax rates, that's income tax rates, that's estate tax rates, very low. And I'm not speculating, this is just a fact. You can verify all this stuff yourself. So when that window starts to close, as I've watched it happen in the past with my own client base, having sat down with hundreds of clients, I can tell you without exception, the ones with the most sophisticated tax strategies can still have a gaping hole in how they're going to plan on moving the wealth that they built. And so what I teach now is how to use a properly structured whole life policy as the connective tissue of your estate plan. So not as an investment, but as a transfer mechanism and also lifestyle buffer that keeps capital efficient, protected, and generationally positioned. It's the infrastructure piece that I can tell you from experience, most attorneys aren't even discussing. When you see the illustration mapped against your current structure, the math tends to speak for itself. If you want to see exactly how this compares to what you have now, book a 15-minute IBC Fit call with me. I'll screen share your illustration and show you exactly how the numbers work. No pressure, just the math. I hope to meet you soon.